So today, which is 22nd, Wednesday, 2025, yeah, 22nd October, I meant 2025. So recall that last Sunday, which was I think 19th, a few days ago. So I did a video where I did some repairs on this my Peugeot 505 ST. So I pointed out that the steering had a leakage on the pinion, the steering rack pinion, whatever that place is called, had a leakage. So before I even went on the road trip with the car, so I decided I'm going to have it fixed. Hopefully the leakage stop. I have a spare rack pinion, which I even went on the journey with. I thought maybe if I get a new, if I have chance, that I'll change it here. But the point, I was like, since the car could do the journey, get a Enugu, and all I needed to do was just to top up, and it didn't damage the pump or anything. Maybe I could just continue that way, so I didn't bother, so that I won't end up introducing problem while they are trying to change the pinion over there, and then I will not be forced to. Probably they may damage the entire rack. In that case, you'll not be forced to change the rack if you find it there, or even change to power manual steering. The worst is to drive this car without power steering. If the power steering stop working, the best thing, in fact, you are better off just remove the power steering rack completely and put manual steering. The power steering rack, shaft, everything, if it's not working, you hate yourself. Most time people complain that 504 or 505 steering is very heavy, that is not very bad. It's possible that what you may even have there is a power steering rack that is disconnected. They are usually very heavy. It's just like your modern car. If you start your modern car with that has standard power steering or electric steering, whichever one you want to call it, if the engine is not running or ignition is not on, we'll be able to turn that steering easily until you start it. But the manual steering, you can actually turn it. Pure manual steering, you can actually turn it without necessarily moving the car. Only that you are putting excessive pressure on the steering component, like the plunger, the shaft, the pinion, and the rest. But if it's manual, if the power steering and the engine is off, or the system is disconnected, and you still have that power steering rack and pinion, ooh, so it's well. So I'm taking it to, you guys probably know the mechanic I work with on this car, let him handle it. I've done it in the past. Last time I changed the rack. So, no, it wasn't the rack. I changed that damper that is attached on the steering rack. Not on this car, on the 505 V6. And to do that, I have to bring the entire steering shaft, rack, everything down from that cross member. It wasn't an easy start. So I decided this time, nope, I'm giving somebody else to handle. So, alright, so I'm taking it there. I haven't even started the car for the day. So let's see. The last time I drove the car was no, the last time I started the car was that Sunday, which is like 3 days ago. So let's see. So there should still be some fuel left, even if it's not in the carburetor, on the fuel line, because I look at the filter, I saw fuel there. So I have to pump it 2 times, and let's see. Okay. Alright, pump it again 2 times. Alright. So yeah, it didn't drag this time. That's one thing with carburetor. Once you leave it for like sometimes even less than 24 hours, it won't start immediately because the fuel in the carburetor will dry up. So it will now take a while for the fuel pump, which doesn't pump. It produces low pressure fuel, mechanical fuel pump on these engines. So it take a while to actually push fuel to the carburetor. So luckily this time, I see fuel on the fuel line. At least I could see fuel on the filter. So fuel is still close. If this car stay for like 5 or 7 days, woo, it may take me about 20 crank. I'm talking about 20 times of cranking. You keep doing that. If you're not careful, the battery will die on you. You know, before the fuel will get to the carburetor. So that's the disadvantage of mechanical fuel pump. So recall I said that I intend to eventually introduce electric fuel pump, which I've gathered all the conversion kit just for me to make out time and do it. Alright, so I'll be on my way to go and have it done there. You know. Alright, keep you guys updated. So I'm at the workshop now. I'm not sure I'll actually stay here while he's doing the work. I can go and come back. I can know it's a strenuous work. So it's going to take a while or hours to do. So that's it. I believe you guys already know him. Hope I got it right. So, alright. Yeah, so this is 504. This is a 1.8 liter engine. This is a SM7 engine. Oh, this is L, not even SM7. This is L, 504L. At least according to the dashboard. It's only L that has that kind of dashboard. Sure, this kind of L, but they see, I don't look the dashboard.
L first model, what for GL and L?
Yeah. I don't see the
L.
The dashboard, yeah.
My model is my first.
You know, so you get one GL first, we even come with that monkey hand.
No, press like 404.
Yeah, where they press.
Now then the first car we call 404 and 450. This car handle.
Yeah, I know.
And then first come. Then they come do SR. Come do this one.
Okay.
Hand gear. The seat again.
You get one GL where I know post in post. You get na station wagon. No, don't say GL said they did for station wagon before.
You did?
But
so the shaft don't come. Now that normal.
That it go, no, I don't know. Maybe it go carry normal. You know, carry that.
They just do in form of GL product.
Maybe I say that the engine
will be GL. The whole body na wagon. That this can one by the car. Only the engine changer.
But the dashboard na GL dashboard, sure. So the car.
This one, why you want to be like that? In the first way, that GL, I say they call GL dashboard. But you know they come with this kind of form.
I know, I know the on the day different. Carry. You don't even carry battery, alternator charge, indicator.
See what this one did before. See what he did. Charger, follow car.
Okay.
Then you go there to direct.
Yeah. You get one wire where they come from here, they enter alternator. I saw my own gear there that time.
My first car, this car, hand gear. My main color. Everything. That must take you to hand gear.
But I don't they see pickup people that time for East. Every time they go to pull out before you go enter.
Pick up one, you know, come like this.
Okay.
You know they do this one hand gear. They do like wagon hand gear. The same thing. But pick up, you don't come like this.
Not there like this.
Now they know they suffer.
Yeah.
Wagon hand gear and this one the same thing building.
You get one of our neighbor, kind of we live on the same street. Now L they get. Their own never give them problem for one, that hand gear.
No.
But what I like about L, the body not the body not the get. Yeah, it's one pass all 544 why no. You know the two works like that.
Change your gear once.
Yeah.
Your hand there for hand, hand there for gear.
So yeah guys, we had it. Alright, so this is the car I was referring to, the door opener I was referring to. There are some older model GL that came with this type of door opening before they now switch to this model.
The man get that same friend, get the 404 automatic.
404.
Automatic, I can't never see. I'm going to bring a make I see first.
The US.
Funny.
They are falling. Yeah, US did the 404 automatic. Now 3-speed, sharp.
Bomber, they get this kind of bomber. Now this kind of like a bomber. They do long.
They're long. I
said you bring a make I see.
US did the 404 automatic. US model. Maybe some European models too, but I know for sure. In fact, that was when they started using automatic cell. Now from 404. 504 get automatic too.
But that is not going to last well.
The only thing is that people know to use it because now 3 speeds. If they shout, if you do 80 kilometers per hour, your car go they shout like say your engine won't explode. So because now 3 speeds, so it no to make sense. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys are listening. Alright, so he said he has some engine work to do on this one. You can see the cylinder head is SM7. That's why I have this small intake manifold. This is intake manifold. Very tiny. So this one is designed purely for single barrel carburetor. Likewise, this one is also 1.8 liter. The cylinder intake manifold, very small. And they also said they do. Is it that they pieces the engine or just one service?
No, coupling. I don't think so.
That coupling. Okay. I remember you told me you get one engine where they work on Sunday. Okay. Alright. So that's that. All these 504s pick up. Interesting. Look at the arrangement. The all 504s here. The whole 504 here, they all pick up. Right? On this side, the whole 504 here is a saloon. And of course, the 404. Yeah, these are basically best line. But it could also be conversions. Because I recall back then when I was using GL, some people started to convert their GL to best line, which did make sense to me. Because to me, I didn't even see the beauty. I don't know, some people like best line, I don't. GL always has that, doesn't look plastic. To be honest, best line looks plastic, I mean. Not necessarily the body, but all this padded rubber and everything. You know, some people like it anyway. You know. The only good thing I would say about the best line is the engine. That SL1A engine. Yeah, no, that engine, which is the same engine in mine. That engine is good. Compared to that of the SN1 in GM. Both are good, but this is more powerful, the SL1A. So in that case, I will always choose the SL1A engine. Alright, so okay, something else I want to even talk about.